The land known as Israel today has been around for a while, but it wasn't considered the state of Israel back then.
1960?
Close.
1900?
The Zionist movement was in full swing by then, and Jews were already moving back to Israel, but it didn't become the state of Israel until...
1948.
Correct. How many years ago was that?
70 years ago.
Exactly. And to help celebrate Israel's 70th anniversary, we're doing a project on Israel. This project will be picking the most important Israelis for the biggest event in Israel history. Has anyone ever been to Israel? Yes. Maybe you could bring in some souvenirs to help us learn more about Israel. But let's pretend it's 1948 during the signing of Israel's Declaration of Independence.
Welcome everyone. It is now 5 o'clock. Appointed time for this true state, the state of Israel, to come into being. Religious and political identity was shaped. Here they first attained to statehood, created cultural values of national and universal significance, and gave to the world the eternal book of books. After being forcibly exiled from their land, the people kept faith throughout the dispersion and never ceased to praise and hope for their return to it, for the restoration of their family for freedom.
Compelled by this historic event, Jews strove in every successive generation to reestablish the ancient homeland. In recent decades, you return to the masses. Pioneers, definers, and defenders have made deserts bloom, revived the Hebrew language, developed villages and towns with thriving communities today that can support their own economy and culture. And love and peace but no had defended itself. In 1897, Theodor Herzl, the spiritual father of the Jewish state, convened and proclaimed the right of the Jewish people to its national rebirth. Daniel Austin. This right was recognized in the Balfour Declaration of the 2nd November 1917 and reaffirmed in the Mandate of the League of Nations, which in particular gave international sanction to the historic connection between the Jewish people and Eretz Israel, to the right of the Jewish people to rebuild its national home. The catastrophe which recently befell the Jewish people, the massacre of million Jews in Europe, was another clear demonstration of the urgency of solving the problem of its homeless by reestablishing in Eretz Israel the Jewish state, which would open the gates of the homeland wide to every Jew and confer upon the Jewish people about the status of a fully privileged member of the community of nations. Yitzhak Ben-Zvi. Survivors of the Nazi Holocaust in Europe, as well as Jews from other parts of the world, continue to migrate to Eretz Israel undaunted by difficulties, restrictions, and dangers, and never cease to assert their right to a life of dignity, freedom, and honest dwelling in the national homeland. In the Second World War, the Jewish community contributed its full share to the freedom of the peace-loving nations against the forces of the Nazi wickedness and by the blood of the soldiers and war effort gained the right to be reckoned by the peoples who founded the United Nations. Wei Choko. On the 29th of November 1947, the United Nations General Assembly passed a resolution calling for the establishment of a Jewish state in Eretz Israel. The General Assembly required the inhabitants of Eretz Israel to take such steps as were necessary on their part for the implementation of that resolution. This recognition by the United Nations of the right of the Jewish people to establish their state is irrevocable. This right is the natural right of the Jewish people to be masters of their own fate, like all other nations in their own sovereign state. Accordingly, we, members of the People's Council, representatives of the Jewish community of Eretz Israel, the Zionist movement, are here assembled on the day of the termination of the British mandate over Eretz Israel, and by virtue of our natural historic right, and on the strength of the United Nations General Assembly, hereby declare the establishment of a land known as Eretz Israel to be known as the State of Israel. We declare that with the effect from the moment of the termination, being tonight, the eve of the Sabbath, the 6th year, 5708, May 15, 1948, we shall be the provisional government of the Jewish state to be called Israel. Golda Meir. The state of Israel will be open for Jewish immigration and for the gathering of the exiles. It will foster the development of the country for the benefit of all its inhabitants. It will be based on freedom and peace, just as envisioned by the prophets of Israel. It will ensure complete equality of social and political rights to all its inhabitants, irrespective of religion, race, or sex. It will guarantee freedom of religion, conscience, language, education, and culture. It will safeguard the holy places of all nations, and it will be faithful to the principles of the Charter of the United Nations. Mayor David.
We appeal, in the very midst of the onslaught launched against us now for months, to the Arab inhabitants of the State of Israel to preserve peace and participate in the upbuilding of the state on the basis of full and equal citizenship and due representation in all its provisional and permanent institutions. We extend our hand to neighboring states and their people in an offer of peace and good neighborliness, and appeal to them to establish bonds of cooperation and mutual help with the sovereign Jewish people settled in its own land. The state of Israel is prepared to do its share in the common effort for the advancement of the entire Middle East. Abraham Katz Nelson.
We appeal to the Jewish people throughout diaspora to rally around the Jews of Eretz Israel in the tasks of immigration and upbuilding, and to stand by them in the great struggle for the realization of the age-old dream, the redemption of Israel.
We put our trust in the Almighty. We affix the signatures on this proclamation at the establishment of the Provisional Council of State on the soil of the Homeland in the city of Tel Aviv on this Sabbath eve, 14th of Iyar, 5708, 14th of May, 1948.
Nachman.
Wow, that was really moving.
So Israel had a signing of the proclamation, just like we had here in America with the Declaration?
Yeah. Weren't there already Israelis living in Israel before it officially became a country?
Yeah, they were. But were they living in towns? Like, what kind of towns? Like cities?
I think our teacher told us that there were moshavim, kibbutzim, and you know what? My Bubby and Zadie met while working on a kibbutz.
Wow.
What is it like on a kibbutz?
Let's find out.
Boker Tov, rise and shine. It's so early.
It's so early every day. Time to dig up the patuas adama potatoes.
I'm a banana dude. You gotta dig up those dried leaves.
I wouldn't mind a banana right about now.
Come on, lazy bones. Get up into that. Yes, thank you.
Hey, I got more detergent. We aren't going to any of the spies, are we?
Lota, no, we aren't. Could you start on that load over there?
Sure thing. How was your morning with potato fields?
It was good. We got through half of the field today. Shouldn't be too hard getting the rest done tomorrow. What about you?
We finished the first coat of paint in the children's room. Once it's dry, I'll go start on the second coat. What color is the paint? We whitewashed it today, but I think it's going to be green.
I'm going into town tomorrow. Do any of you need anything?
Love it up. No thanks. I'm going on a day trip to there. I heard it's beautiful there.
It is, and I think you'll enjoy spending time there.
Are you guys going to the coffee house tonight? Ken, Beta, of course, we wouldn't miss it. When else do we get free socializing time?
Well, we're socializing right now.
Ken, yes, but we're working now. Speaking of, I'm going to have to go check on them. Since we're all done folding clothes, I think we should all go put some more clothes in the wash.
Sounds like a plan. Ken, yes, it's momentous.
We must not let our troops continue into the goal of night. We must hope that NASA accepts the ceasefire.
Let us enjoy this moment. It was hard fought. The warriors in the front line saw with their own eyes not only the glory of victory, but the terrible price of victory. Their comrades who fell beside them bleeding, and I know that the price that our enemies paid touched the hearts of those of our men. Our men fought with determination and great valor.
It was an honor for us to fight for our country.
Our soldiers fought for this very moment. Now we can all live together here in Jerusalem. For the first time in modern history, Jews can live together in a new city as it was in the old. We are united.
Jerusalem has been united, thank God.
The olive trees that stand in silence upon the hills of time, to hear the voices of the city as bells of evening chime. The shofar sounding from the temple to call the world to prayer. The shepherd pauses in the valley and peace is everywhere. Yerushalayim Shalom, B'Shem Yehoshua, B'Shem Or, Ador Shirayim, Ayin Yerushalayim Shalom, B'Shem Yehoshua, B'Shem Or, Ador Shirayim, Ayin. The water wells for those who thirsted, the ancient market square. Your golden sun that
Welcome back to the 2004 Olympics. Things have been heating up here in Athens. Our next competition is in men's Israel or windsurfing. The competition is fierce this year.
That is very true. Right now, it seems to be Argentina is in the lead, with China and France not far behind.
The racers seem to be going against the wind right now. They all have to zigzag in order to stay in the race.
Oh, and there goes Brazil. Despite the tough conditions, these men are really going for it.
Israel is racing ahead.
The Israeli racer Golf Freeman, wow, watch him go.
Israel is racing ahead of Brazil now.
The UK is in first place as they go past the first buoy, but Israel has made a remarkable gains this race so far.
We have an exciting race on our hands.
Spain is coming in second, with France and China not far behind.
That's right. If Israel can manage to take the lead and hold on to it, this would be the country's first gold medal.
Yes, Dempsey, the UK's entry is still in first place, but Israel's Freeman is pulled ahead to second place here.
We're getting close to the finish line. The UK is still in first place, and Israel looks to be in second place, but these guns are unpredictable, and Golf Freeman has already made remarkable gains in this race.
Here we go, getting closer.
China is getting closer. Wait, Israel has crossed the finish line!
In a few moments, we will have the medal ceremony for all of you to see. Congratulations to all of our competitors, but once again, congratulations to our medal winners. Accepting silver from Greece, Nicholas K. Athens must be proud.
Yes, and speaking of proud, here's Golf Freeman, winning Israel's first ever gold medal. Israel, up to this point, has only ever won bronze medals. I'm sure that everyone in Israel is really celebrating this moment and really cheering Golf Freeman on.
Congratulations to our medal winners. Up next, men's sailing.
Here's the winning Eurovision song from 1979. Hallelujah. Take it away.
Hallelujah, la olam. Hallelujah, yashiru kulam. B'milah echad bo'eda, alem alem amor toda, b'lev gamru eze olam nifla. Hallelujah, in hashir. Hallelujah, al yom shemeir. Hallelujah, Amar Shaya, Amar Shaya. השיר. הללויה, על יום שמאיר. הללויה, על מה שהיה, ומה שעוד לא היה. הללויה, ומה שעוד לא היה.
So how's Egypt doing these days in the train?
It's great. How is Israel doing?
Just fine.
Welcome to Camp David, friends.
Thank you for having us here.
Yes, thank you.
What can we do to ease tensions between your two countries? I would like to build on what was started during President Sadat's historic visit to Israel.
One issue that is at the forefront of my mind and that of my people is the acceptance of Palestinian people and their identity of Palestinians. This you already know.
I'm willing to accept this term as did my predecessor. What about our security? How can I guarantee to my people that they don't have to fear attacks or worry about that when they're going about their daily lives?
This would be a non-issue you can get Sinai by leaving your settlements and by retreating back to pre-1967 boundaries.
Well, Prime Minister, what do you say?
This will be slow going, but we can certainly begin the process, which will agree to terminate all economic boycotts on Israel as a show of good faith.
Yes, we can start normal relations with Israel and things like trading to show that we mean peace.
No, thank you. This is going quite well, gentlemen.
If Egypt shows that they mean peace, Israel will be happy to start negotiating the future of the West Bank and Gaza.
And you will think about the fate of the Palestinians?
Yes, of course.
Relations between your two countries will be normalized and peace declared. The Israelis will not have to fear a future attack, and Egypt will be a willing economic partner to Israel. In return, Israel will recognize the Palestinians and will begin to withdraw from occupied territories. I look forward to hammering out more details with you, gentlemen. We're certainly making history today. It's been more than 2,000 years since there was peace between Egypt and a free Jewish nation. If our present expectations are realized, this year, 1979, we shall see such peace again. I'd like to give tribute to the two men who made this impossible dream now become a real possibility. The two great leaders with whom I have met for the past 2 weeks at Camp David, President Anwar Sadat and Prime Minister Menachem Begin of the nation of Israel. The world prayed for our success of our efforts, and I'm glad to announce to you that these prayers have been answered.
Anwar Sadat.
Menachem Begin.
שמש עולה יורד הליל, הכל ממשיך וצועק. היום היה, כך סבתא אומרת, היום היה פעם קרקס.
Thank you. Here, try cherry armagnac.
Cherry tomatoes are my favorite.
Well, then you must buy some. Did you know cherry tomatoes were first grown in Israel?
Were they really? It's true. Cherry tomatoes aren't the only food grown in Israel. I would love to try more Israeli food. If you want, I can take you to get a poutine. It's a feta cheese. Sure. What's poutine? You know as Israeli couscous. Sure. Let me just buy the cherry tomatoes first.
Thank you for that. Yom Tov. Enjoy your day.
What a cute hat for you, 100 shekels. Is that? See if you can get a better deal. Go ahead, haggle. 50 shekels. Go to 90. 70 shekels. 85. 75. 80. That's my final offer. Yes, 80. To that. Thank you. To that, thank you. Enjoy. What else can I buy here? Everything. What do you want? I'd like some souvenirs for my family. And just please for you. Come with me. Ah, welcome. I'm sure my sister would love this. Where does your sister live? Boston. Boston, I've never been. I've been to New York once. What a city. Have you been? Yeah, actually I live an hour outside of New York. How wonderful. So, how much for this Mezuzah necklace? For my New York friends, only 400 shekels. Thank you. Wait, is that good? You could pay less. 200. No, 375. 250. No, 350. 300. No, 350 shekels and we call it a day. Okay, thank you. Say hello to the Statue of Liberty when you get back to New York for me. Where else should we go? I would love to get one of those Hebrew t-shirts. Right this way. Wow, I can get a Starbucks shirt in Hebrew and my favorite sports team. Thanks. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, if you have greater than the best falafel stand with the best hummus you ever taste. Follow me.
Do you know that cherry tomatoes come from Israel?
No, I knew there was in the couscous though.
Did you know that it's actually pasta?
You mean it's not couscous? My entire life this place has been a lie.
What else was invented by an Israeli?
Well, according to Google, a lot of things.
Care to share?
Oh wow, USB drive. Is there one to the USB drive? I use those all the time. I know Sven invented wings. Wow.
Cool. What else?
Wow, that's cool. But guess who was invented in Israel? You know the game we have?
The game where you guess who. Yeah, I know. I play with my little sister all the time.
What else? Israel has done a lot in cyber tag, medicine. Honestly, too many to name. Here, take a look.
Who knew?
We know now. Mr. Speaker, members of the Knesset, in the last decade of the 21st century, the atlases, history, and geography books no longer present an up-to-date picture of the world. Walls of enmity have fallen, borders disappeared, powers crumbled, and ideologies collapsed. States have been born, states have died, and also, the gates of immigration have been flung open. It is our duty, to ourselves and to our children, to see the new world as it is today, to discern its dangers, explore its prospects, and do everything possible so the state of Israel will fit into the world whose face is changing. No longer are we necessarily a people that dwells alone, and no longer is it true that the whole world is against us. We must
government urges the Palestinians to give peace a chance and to seize all violent and terrorist activity for the duration of the negotiation on the autonomy. We've lost our finest sons and daughters over the struggle for this land and against the Arab armies. My comrades in the Israel Defense Forces and I myself, as a former military man, have took part in Israel's war. And lovingly preserve the memory of those who've fallen and regard ourselves during the pain of whose families' sleepless nights, year in and year out, is a long day of remembrance to them. Only people who've lost those dearest to them can understand this. Our hearts also go to the Seagulls, whose bodies bear the scars of war and terrorism. And neither have we forgotten that with the distinguished occasions, the IDF soldiers and prisoners of war missing in action. We shall continue to make every effort to bring them home, but our thoughts are with their families as well.
Members of the Knesset, from this moment on, the concept of a peace process is no longer relevant. From now on, we shall not speak of a process, but of making peace. And that peacemaking we wish to call upon the age of Egypt, whose late leader, President Anwar Sadat, exhibited such courage and was able to bequeath to his people and to us the first agreement. The government will seek further ways of improving neighborly relations and strengthening ties with Egypt and its president, Hosni Mubarak. I call upon the leaders of the Arab countries to follow the lead of Egypt and its president and take the step that will bring us and them peace. I invite the King of Jordan and the presidents of Syria and Lebanon to Israel's Knesset here in Jerusalem for the purpose of talking peace. In the service of peace, I am prepared to travel to Amman, Damascus, and Beirut today or tomorrow, for there is no greater victory than the victory. Wars have their victors and their vanquished, but everyone is a victor in peace.
Theodore Herzl once said, all of man's achievements are rooted in his dreams. We have dreamed and fought and created, despite all the difficulties, despite all the criticism, a safe haven for the Jewish people. This is the essence of Zionism, a dream of generations come true. In the last years, the gates have opened up for Jews wishing to immigrate to our country. And hundreds of thousands of Jews who have come from the ends of the earth, and particularly from Russia and the other republics of the Commonwealth, are rebuilding their lives among us. We are obliged to show them the way, to absorb them in the spirit of Jewish solidarity.
The Jewish heritage has kept the Jewish people alive, both wanderings and dispersion, and we see it as our duty to preserve the tie between the state of Israel and the Jewish heritage. Safeguarding the union of people requires tolerance and the creation of the condition for religious and secular to live together in mutual respect. We shall see it as our duty that all Jewish children are educated in the light of Jewish values.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished members of the Knesset, this is our declaration. This is our identity card. These are the desires that we wish to turn into reality. Everything I have said on behalf of the government and myself have been stated in good faith and in eagerness to set out on a new path, to stimulate, to reawaken, to create, and to maintain here a state that every Jew, everywhere, will consider his home and the object of his dreams. Our entire felicity can be summarized by a single verse from the book of books. May the Lord give his people peace, strength, and may the Lord bless his people with peace. continuation of a historic event. Back in October at
At a trade conference, Presidents Bush and Gorbachev got representatives from the Middle East together. Today, less than 2 months later, they are back together for more talk.
Indeed, representatives from Israel, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine are here today. It has been since October that they first sat around a table for direct talks since the War of Independence 43 years ago.
We are all hopeful, as I'm sure are you, that these nations can talk directly and create peace for their regions.
Both sides have been working very hard to bring this peace accord to be. The hard work that both sides have put in is about to come to fruition.
On hand are Israel's Prime Minister, Yitzhak Rabin, and Foreign Minister Shimon Peres. On hand as well is the PLO Chairman Yasser Arafat and negotiator Mahmoud Abbas. President Bill Clinton is here as a witness on the White House lawn.
Both sides have held secret meetings to bring this peace accord to be. Let's watch, shall we?
Shimon Peres.
Enough blood and tears, enough. We harbor no hatred towards you. We have no desire for revenge. We, like you, are people who want to build a home, plant a tree, love, live side by side with each other in dignity and empathy, as human beings, as free men. Today we are giving peace a chance by saying to you, let's pray that a day will come and we will say farewell to arms.
Hello, this is your reporter from the future on the scene of the signing of the first Oslo Accord. I'm happy to tell you that this year Israel will sign a peace treaty with Jordan. I'm also happy to report that in 1995 the Oslo II will be signed.
Going forward, 2003, Prime Minister Ariel Sharon and Mahmoud Abbas declared that the violence between their two nations has gone too long and will begin a new set of talks, setting out a roadmap for peace. Peace in the Middle East does seem possible.
Stay tuned for more news from the future after this commercial break.
Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Oh, chocolate banana. Oh, chocolate limon. Oh, chocolate banana. Oh, chocolate limon. Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Whoa, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate limon. Whoa, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate limon.
Good morning, class. Today we will be presenting our project
He also won the Nobel Peace Prize for his part in the Oslo War. He was also the first prime minister to be born in Israel.
Very well done. Who would like to go next? Yes or no?
I think Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, has had the most influence because she can now put a completely positive face next to it. She also embodies female empowerment. I mean, who's cooler than Wonder Woman? But seriously. All conflicts and controversies, Gal Gadot can help to show the world a different side to Israel and help show the state of Israel in a positive way.
Very interesting point. Holly?
I think Camp David Accords was the most influential thing because it was the first time Egypt recognized Israel as a country, and the first time that an official peace document was signed between Israel and an Arab nation. Because Egypt was the most influential Arab nation, the Camp David Accords helped set the stage for future peace summits and treaties.
Very good. I can tell all of you did your research. Yes?
Can we please sing a song we learned about Israel?
Yes, I think that would be nice.
Thank you. It's known as the law.
Shalom Aleinu, Odebo Shalom Aleinu, Odebo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Odebo Shalom